So let me share the um, the Codeberg board quickly, and then what I was thinking of doing today was basically like covering a full workflow from claiming a ticket to going to the details, the task list, the checklists, and then maybe contributing some code, running the tests on your local machine, and then opening a pull request with all the required documentation or the whatever's needed on the with regards to contributing the code. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because I saw, at least in the past, I'm not sure if you guys have updated the pull requests already, but in the past we received, or I received, like code that was either in a PDF file or in a Word document, or just like as comments on open tickets. So I wanted to address that as well, and just make sure that everybody who is going to be contributing going forward, who is going to be on the project for longer term, you guys know that you guys know what the procedure is and what the process is going forward. And also, I think one of the other big things is um, also like start this culture of reviewing each other's code and adding comments, not relying on just me all the time having to review the code and having to vet every little or each and every pull request. So it would be nice as if others can also join in and pitch and contribute and think, add to the ticket in terms of what they think, if that's the right way to contribute, and if that's the right way to implement something. So if everybody works together, then collectively we learn a lot from each other, and we can move a lot faster instead of just one person vetting and controlling everything. So that's the overall idea. And like the previous session, if you guys have any questions at any point in time, feel free to raise your hand, feel free to interrupt, and more than happy to take questions as we go along. So let me share my screen for a start. So let's go to the Power Commons org website first. And like I said in my last session, this is going to be your starting point for pretty much every task or everything that you contribute to the project. We have documented everything in sufficient detail. If you find something missing, then let me know. But the idea is all the work that needs to be done is documented under the project section. So if you're working on the A2O core, as an example, you go to the A2O core page, you will see a little bit of background, and then the technical objectives. And most of your work is going to be around the A2O core upgrade, all these different work streams. So we sat together earlier in the year, and then we broke down the different work streams that are needed to get A2O core compliant with ISO 3.1. And you can see the descriptions of those work streams here. So depending upon your interest and depending upon what you want to do, or which area you would like to learn and tackle, you can pick one of these work streams. As you can see, work stream 1 is basic instruction set updates. There's a hint how long it's going to take if you're going to be starting on that one work stream, and what is the outcome, and what is that what is it that we expect to get done by using or by completing that work stream. Work stream 2 is for hypervisor and virtualization. Work stream 3 is for interrupt architecture. Storage management, or MMU, is work stream 4, and so on and so forth. So without going into a lot of details of these work streams, as an example, if I want to work on instruction set updates, if I click on work stream 1, it'll take me to the roadmap for that work stream and what's needed to be done in a bit more detail. So as an example, this one is split into 5 different phases. The first one is just some basic analysis and planning and some reading in terms of what actually needs to be done. Phase 2 is like basic arithmetic and logic updates, instruction set updates. Phase 3 is load store, floating. Phase 4 is floating point, and phase 5 is cleanup and verification. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see this table with all the different tickets that are created under that work stream on our project board. So as an example, if you want to look at, I know like some of you have started with this BRD instructions. If you look at this one, you click on the title or the number here, it'll take you to a project board, and it'll have all the details for you to get started and what you need to do. See here, Rajendra has done some work here. He commented on this about 3 weeks ago, and there's a PDF attached to it. And if I open the PDF, this is what was done as part of this ticket. And you can see it's byte reverse double word, BRD implementation. And Rajendra has gone ahead and documented these things quite nicely in terms of what it's basic analysis on the ticket, and he's also included steps for unit testing. And then he's added some verification screenshots, some test benches. So before I go any further, Rajendra, do you quickly want to like talk us through like this document or your thinking or how you went about this?
Yeah, so like, should I explain now how I implemented?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, so you can go ahead and give us a quick overview of your thinking and your implementation and how you went about this. And then we can resume like and come back to it in a bit with the ideal workflow, how we would like it to be done.
Yeah, so it's like it's a byte reverse or double word instruction. It's actually yeah, 64 inch like instruction size. So in the opcode decoding, we have to the opcode for the byte reverse instruction is 31, which is there in Open Power ISA manual. So and the XO also is a 187 to represent the like what is the type of instruction it is. So I wrote an assign statement for the decoder to be known by the decoder, so that when the decoder known it's like it's a byte reversal double word instruction, it will given a like control signal is a BRD is a control signal. That control signal will be exported as an output, and then that signal will be attached with the execution path, and it will be followed to the pipeline latches which is there in between like decoder and execution path. That for the pipeline latches, the output the control signal will be attached as a wire. So from the pipeline latches, that will be wire it will sent to the execution path, and in the execution unit, they will be writing in some first of all we connected our ARD control signal to the execution unit. Then we are implementing the actual implementation, how the bit reversal double bit should be happen. So as it is a 64 bit, so we're writing some around dividing into 8 bits. So that will be converted as a byte reversal double word. Then we are writing a test bench. In the test bench, we actually given around the seven test cases. That test cases will be implementing that actual byte reversal instruction. Yeah, byte reversal double word instruction. So that's all. That's it. Sorry.
Okay, great. Thanks, Rajendra, for that quick overview.
Yes, sir.
I
Thank you.
I think that's a great way to start working on these tickets. And I think what you've done here is more or less how we would like to work work in the future as well, with a few tweaks and a few changes overall, so that things are a bit more accessible and we follow like a common pattern and the commonly established practices when it comes to code and when it comes to verification and discussions. So this is fantastic. Like overall, what we would like to do instead is, or not instead, like with a few changes, is if I come back here. So I'm not going to go into like the specifics of the specific instruction or like the actual logic and all of that. What we're going to talk about is the workflow, like going to the site, picking up a ticket, and then actually implementing it. And then I want to foster some discussions and debate between all of us and people who are going to be working on this long term. So one of the first things I would say we need to do is instead of like this document, I don't know if you created like attached other files here. No, there's no other files. So the ideal workflow here would be that, I mean, there are some tasks that are already mentioned here. And then let's say, Rajendra, if you claimed this ticket, then the first thing I would expect you guys to do, like whoever's working on a ticket, is to go on this page, and then you see this, can you see this little assignee section here? And then you can say when you logged onto the portal, when you logged onto Codeberg, you need to claim the ticket first so we know who's working on what ticket. So that's the first thing you need to do. And Rajendra, do you want to share your screen and quickly claim this ticket so everybody can see?
Yes, sir. Once I will open that. Um, um, Sorry, so I can't find the no assign, like it's showing the no assigns here. You can see.
Okay. Yes, and that's because I guess you haven't joined the group yet. So let me add you to the group. What's your username? Let me see from the screen. Um, can you share your username in the chat? Maybe and I can add you to our group. Is it just Rajendra? Or
Hi, it's Rajendra only, sir. It's
okay, let me
Rajendra.
add you. Okay, so let me add you to the project into the group. Give me a second. Members and add Rajendra. Okay, I gave you access. So if you refresh the screen, maybe you should see.
Um,
Wait,
no, sir.
maybe give it like a couple of seconds. Can you maybe log out and log in again?
Okay, sure.
Okay, if you go to the repository, yeah. You still don't have.
No,
You still
no,
don't
no.
have it. Let me see if I've added the right user here. Rajendra, yeah. So just checking something quickly.
No, so it's not showing.
Just checking something quickly. Might have added you to the wrong group. Repositories, contributors. Okay, yeah. So, oh yeah, wait 1 second. I'll add you to the right group. Okay, I think you should have access now, Rajendra. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you can just say assign to me. Okay, so that basically tells me like who's working on what, and everybody in the project can monitor and see if somebody's working on the ticket or not. So that's the very first thing everybody must do when they claim a ticket. If they want to work on a ticket, even if you're not clear as to how you're going to implement it, but if you're interested in working on that ticket, the first thing you must do is go and claim that ticket to yourself. So we know you're interested, and we know that you're the one who's working on the ticket. All right. Then I think, let me share my screen again. Right. Then let's go back to the ticket. This. Wait 1 second. Yeah, so let's go back to the ticket. Then the next thing we expect is, instead of adding like a document with like a PDF or a text document, feel free to update the description. That's the most important thing. And then it becomes easier for everybody to just read and comment on the ticket itself. So what you did, Rajendra, was great in the sense that you documented your thinking, you documented, you documented like how you're going to go about this. But what would be nice is to have all of this in the ticket itself and not on in a PDF document or not as an attachment. So as an example, what I would expect is, I'm just going to copy some of this from here, and I'll show you like how. Let's say you started with this ticket, and then this is what you're thinking. So what you should do then is actually go to the ticket and then maybe add either as a comment here, or maybe update the description of the ticket itself, because you see the description doesn't actually tell you much. It just says implement byte reverse double word instruction. It doesn't tell you how to do this. It doesn't tell you what sort of test must be added. It doesn't tell you, if there are any edge cases that you should test for. It doesn't tell you anything. And what we want is, for others to learn and for other people to be able to quickly search everything. All of this should be available in the description. If you add it to the PDF, it might not be very easy to search and quickly find what you're looking for eventually. So let's say we have to onboard somebody, maybe one of your teammates, in 3, 4, 6 months time, and they want to get up and running quickly, or they're stuck with an issue, they search for things, and if it's a PDF, it's not very easy to find like as to what was done here, and it's not very searchable. So what I want you guys to do going forward, and even on this ticket, is Once you're here, go and edit the ticket. Oh, sorry, go and edit the description here. And then in the description itself, you can add the details. So you can say, I analyzed. I'm not going to save this one. I'm just showing it to you, and then I expect I'll hand it back to Rajendra to go and update this as his own user. So I'm just showing what we can do. You can write something like, I analyze this ticket, and or maybe I am starting with this ticket, and here are my thoughts. And then you can write whatever you're thinking and whatever however you want to approach this. What this will do, so let's say you say, I need to start with copy code decoding, and then you can describe whatever you're thinking. Once you're done with this, you can also tag different people here. So you can say, you can tag me, you can say, what do you think? Or you can tag Peter and say, do you think it would work? And then people who are reviewing this, you can actually get some feedback like quite early, instead of like going through the entire cycle without receiving any feedback, and only realizing like once you're writing tests or once you've done everything that this might not have been the best way to do it. And then when people receive that notification, they can add their comments here instead of having it in the PDF, because on the PDF I can't really comment anything except that I can add my comments here, but then I'll have to open the PDF again to see like what was written, and sometimes you might not even be able to relate to what's written in the PDF. So Rajendra, could you maybe go and update the ticket quickly with a few high-level thoughts in terms of what you were thinking, or how you wanted to proceed with this one, just as an example? Rajendra, do you want to share your screen?
Yes, what for which one? I have to share the screen for the same Power Commons, right?
Yeah, we have the same ticket.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go and edit the ticket.
Should I?
Yeah.
Which one? Which one? This one?
Yeah. So if you go scroll up a little bit, are we looking at the same ticket?
Yeah, we are same ticket, I guess.
Oh, no, it's a different one. You're looking at BRD, BRW, BRH. I'm looking at ticket 442.
Ticket 442. Which one?
I'll share the URL. There you go. It's in the chat.
Yeah.
So like here is like what I was showing earlier was you have a PDF attached to, you added a PDF here to this ticket.
Yes, sir. PDF it's there.
Yeah. So what I was talking was, once you've claimed the ticket, you need to edit the description and add, instead of adding the PDF, just write in the ticket itself.
Okay.
So if you go scroll up a little bit.
Yeah.
Go and edit the description. Those three little dots on the right. You click on edit. And if you go a little bit up, scroll up in this text box, and in the description, right at the start, yeah, where it says description, implement byte reverse double word instruction.
Yeah.
So there you can add your analysis and whatever, however you're going to think you're going to work on the ticket. So that will allow you to get like some early feedback before going too far ahead with the implementation. So what I'm saying is, let's not use PDFs and let's not use text attachments, and let's use the ticket itself to document what you're thinking and how you're going to go about this.
Okay, sir. Sure.
And also, like each ticket is for a specific task. So I mean, eventually you can combine different things into one, but so keep your pull requests specific, keep your code changes specific to that ticket itself. So let's not change the scope to include like 5 instructions in one ticket, and then it becomes a bit difficult to track over time. And also, like if you have if you submit one pull request for 5 different instructions, and then there's a problem with one of those, then it becomes a bit difficult to isolate that one specific PR. So as an example, can you maybe update the description with maybe some thoughts from your PDF document or what you were thinking in terms of analysis?
Yes, sir. Okay, sure. Can I analyze? Can I type now? Like that?
Yeah, you can type. You can type under the description if you like, right at the start.
Okay, this right.
Yeah, just after the first line, you can type your thoughts there.
Mm. Yes, sir. It's completed.
Nice. Then you can also update the estimated effort if you think it's going to be different. It doesn't really matter as much, but just it's just for information purposes, where it says estimated effort at the in the middle. And then if you scroll a little bit down, it says tasks. And you see add the task list. This is a high level guidance of what needs to be done. As an example, you need to add decoding, then you need to implement execution logic. And the idea is that as you start implementing the ticket, as you start finishing these tasks, you can update and mark these tasks as done. So the way you mark a task is done is you write an X between the brackets. So Rajendra, if you just, in the very first one, which says add OP code decoding, in between the square brackets, if you can just write an X.
Like in the brackets, on the brackets.
In between the, right at the start where it has square brackets.
Yeah.
Yeah, just write an X there.
Right.
Yeah. So this will mark this task as done. Now you can save this as an example. And then you see the task has been marked as done. And like if me or anybody, anyone from your team or someone from your team or like some other person wants to see what you're thinking, how far you are with this task, they can come to the ticket and get an idea very quickly.
Okay.
So next step, so let's not, you can continue sharing your screen. We can just go through, we don't have to go back and forth.
Okay.
So let's say now that you have kind of shared your thinking, now that you have shared your analysis with everybody in terms of how you are thinking of working on this ticket, you've obviously cloned the A2O code on your machine, and you created a. Did you create a branch for this, Rajendra, on your local machine?
Branch, like it means no, I guess no, it's not a branch.
Okay. So typically what you would do is you would, once you've cloned the repository on your side,
Okay.
you need to create a branch, and you can create the branch with the name of or the number of the ticket. So if you scroll up a little bit,
Okay.
the other way, with the title of the ticket. So it says the ticket number is 442, and the title of the ticket is implement BRD instruction. So what you can do is when on your local machine, you can create a branch that says, I'm going to type it here in the chat, and you can say
Okay.
feature slash BRD or BRD 442. So something like this,
Feature.
right?
Yeah.
So the important thing is, it should be a feature, like that should be the start. So I know you're adding a new feature to this project, and then 442 is is a ticket number that you're tackling, or you can also have it like feature 442 slash or hyphen BRD, right? So then I know it's a feature. 442 is a ticket number, and the next one is the ticket or the instruction you're implementing. So Rajendra, on your side, if you have your terminal or Git open, you can create like a branch like this.
Okay. 1 second.
And yeah.
Right.
And once you've created the branch, you can push it to the repository, that branch.
I'm in my repository now.
Okay, so you can use this command to create a new branch. So I'll type it here in the chat. A second.
Okay.
So you can type something like this. So what you're telling here is you want to create a new branch that's called feature/442BRD. Yep. Okay, so it told you that it has switched to a new branch, and then what you can do is something like this to push it to our codebook server. Let me paste this command. Yep. Or you can copy the link it's showing to you where it says create a new pull request for that. So just copy that entire link. Just click on the link. Yep. Click on it. You can just click on that link, Rajendra. It'll take you there.
One second. Yeah.
Yeah. So just say new pull request. And just type like some whatever comments for now. We'll show it how to improve it later, but you can just type whatever you like for now. Say this pull request implements BRD or issue 442 BRD.
Yeah.
Okay, just say create pull request. Okay, and let me just check something. To master and okay, so let me just go back to why am I not seeing your pull request here? Pull requests. Okay, I can see it now. One second. Right. So now that you have so this is the standard way to submit code, right? So if you look at files changed, you have to click on the files changed. It'll show you which files have changed and which, what are you contributing. So it's like clearly visible. Then if you want to request feedback from somebody, you can click on the reviewers cogwheel there on the right, where it says reviewers. On the far right, where it says reviewers. So if you click on the little wheel there, no, just yeah, there. And then you can add all the people that you want to get feedback from this list. And from your team as well, right? So this will let them know that you've done something and they can go ahead and review and provide you feedback on this pull request. Okay, so that's one thing. Then the other thing I want you to do is if you go back to the original issue or the ticket that we created, so if you go to issues, and search for 442 here. So that's the first one, implement the BRD instructions. So if you click on that, open the ticket. On the right, you'll see the little drop down which says no branch / tag selected. So select your branch here if you can see your branch here, or maybe I need to give you some more permissions. You don't see a branch here, hey?
No.
Okay, so probably like a permission thing. But basically, like once you've created the pull request, you can just add the branch here, and then we know where your work is, what you're doing, and we can follow along your progress. And then let's go back to your pull request. If you go to pull requests, yeah, open your pull request. I think it's the first one. Yeah. If you scroll down a little bit, please. A little bit more. Right. So this is like the overall process that you will follow to create pull requests and submit your work. So, and then let's say, once you've created this pull request and I want to go and commit something and I want you to request changes, or like anybody from your team who's reviewing it and they can't follow like what's being done, they can leave a comment there at the bottom where to say like, hey, can you please change this? Can you please explain this? And so on and so forth. And then the other thing, what we're trying to do is, and the reason this is so important is because in the future, actually pretty soon, we will have like automated tests that will be linked to each PR. So the moment you create like a pull request, we will have like automated tests that will fire on your PR to validate if it doesn't break anything existing, if everything is if anything adheres to the project, and if everything is in order. So you will see checklists and things here that will say, if you can proceed with merging, if you can't proceed with merging, and only once everything has been reviewed, everybody has okayed the pull request, we'll go ahead and merge this to the main Power Commons branch. So we know it's been reviewed, we know who's done the work, we know it has been tested, and we know it has been verified by everybody. So the idea is instead of submitting like one pull request with so many commits, what you can do is you can create like a pull request as soon as you start working on the ticket. and then keep updating it over time. Add comments, add questions to the pull request. If you scroll down a little bit, if you scroll down once again, Rajendra, on the comments section. So in here, let's also like type a comment. So you can type, you can use @ symbol to tag different people. So you can say @, and then it'll give you this list. So if you want somebody from your team to review something or ask them questions, tag them and say, hey, can you please provide some comments or feedback on this one? You know, what do you think of this one? Does it make sense? And then they can come back and say, hey, this sounds great, but you're missing tests here. Can you add tests or tell me what you've done to test this thing? And then in the screenshot in this box itself, you can add screenshots as well. So you can take a screen grab from your terminal, from whatever you're doing, and you can paste a screen grab here as well. So you can try pasting that here too, Rajendra. You can take a screenshot from, let's say, a terminal and just add it here as a test.
Terminal, okay. Should I upload here?
Yeah, you can just paste inside that window. Where you're typing, you can just paste it here. Right, so it has added the screenshot and just press comment, and then it'll appear as like a proper comment. Okay. So this is the basic workflow that I want everybody to follow. It'll bring some order to what we're doing. It makes it easier for everybody to review, comment, understand what ticket or what issue you're working on. Let's not use PDFs. Let's not use text documents. Let's keep our pull requests small and specific. And let's keep it simple to begin with. And once we have like a few people contributing, committing, reviewing, then we can discuss a few other things. But I think I'll stop here for a start. But this is the process that I would like all of us to follow. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have any comments, feel free to raise your hand and maybe just discuss now. But there are a few other things I want to discuss in terms of continuous testing, running integration tests, and all of that. I know for now you're running everything on your local machine. But next time when we get together, I want to discuss like CI/CD tests and how automated testing works. But I think I'll take a pause now and I'll just give you enough time to absorb all of this, and maybe appoint Rajendra, you as the lead, and you work with your team and you sort of help everybody to follow the standard and this format going forward.
Yes, sir, sure.
Right. Any questions so far? Any comments? Anything you want to clarify?